Hello and welcome to Do You Remembaer, an ongoing video series where every week I read a Wikipedia or other article on the internet about something that I'm kind of interested in, and then I do my best to remember everything I can about what I just read there. And I relay that to you, hopefully in a somewhat entertaining and maybe educational way. And we're talking about the Komodo dragon. Am I pointing in the right? Yes, the Komodo dragon. Check that thing out. Um, Komodo dragons, or the Komodo monitor, as it is often called, or the Komodo Island monitor, are found in Indonesian islands, one of which is Komodo. Um, and that's also where there is the Komodo National Park, because in 1980, Indonesia opened that park in order to help preserve the Komodo dragon, who are, of course, endangered because on the islands, they are the apex predator and they are carnivores and they eat whatever they want and they don't get messed with by anybody except for humans who want to hunt them. And that could be to capture them and put them in zoos because they are popular in zoos. Because look at this ding dang thing. Uh, Very popular because they are huge, huge lizards. They were originally by Europeans referred to as land crocodiles, which I guess I get it. Um, Other things I can remember though. Here's a fun fact about them. Most Komodo dragons, on average, the length of the tail, is the same size as the length of the rest of their body. So that's a long ass tail. They often only need to eat 12 meals a year because they eat 80% of their body weight and their metabolism or processing is slow. So they can just hang out, lay back in the sun, let that work out, but they don't have to eat that often, which is convenient. They are endangered, as I said, because they are apex predators, but the thing above them is man, which sucks. Um, I mentioned zoo. Here's a fun fact. Phil, I don't remember his last name. As I said, do I remember? I do not remember that. Phil, I don't remember his last name, who at the time was married to Sharon Stone. This was in 2001, 2002. He was at the Los Angeles Zoo, and uh, was it because he is someone in his own right? I don't know. I did not research that. Is it because he was married at the time to Sharon Stone? I don't know. But anyway, he gets invited by one of the zookeepers to be like, "Hey, you want to come in this enclosure? Check out this Komodo dragon?" And he's like, "Sure, I'll do that." And the innkeeper, or the not innkeeper, but the zookeeper is like, "Hey, you should take your socks and shoes off because they are both bright white, and that might appear to the Komodo dragon to be mice because they feed them white mice." So apparently, the Phil was like, "Sure," and the Komodo dragon was like, "Hey, get out of here! I don't know you," and bit into this man's foot. And so then Phil had to go and get surgery to repair some tendons and apparently did not lose the foot. But Komodo dragons are pretty docile until they're fucking not because they do not like people invading their space. And most of recorded deaths that involve Komodo dragons are from surrounding villages around the enclosure area of the zoo because it is people like it's like, no thanks, get out of here. Some of the tourists that have been attacked in recorded history. It is believed that like one of the people was figuring out what was going on with these dragons. Mysteriously disappeared on Komodo Island, and they're like, it was probably the dragons. And I was like, that's probably fair. From my limited research about Komodo dragons, anything else I can remember about Komodo dragons? Yeah, don't fuck with them. I guess I'll say. I wasn't sure if I was going to swear on this, but I'll put in there. I would say these things look rad. If you see one at your local zoo, check it out. Don't get close to it, and don't take your socks and shoes off when you're near it, because you might end up like at the time Sharon Stone's husband. Are they? Did they get divorced because of this? I have a feeling no, because that would be weird. But maybe she was just like, uh, I only I only live with actual apex predators. You got attacked by a Komodo dragon. Get out of here. I don't feel like that's true. I was talking really fast here because I was trying to remember everything that I read in the page. There's definitely stuff I missed out on. Mating season is in like May to August, and then they have eggs in of course, because it's a lizard, have eggs in September. Um, ah, one of the other islands that's not Komodo that has these dragons that's in Indonesia is like Gili, something with an M. And that's all I can remember about Komodo dragons. I mean, they look dope as hell. I'm on board. I recommend checking them out, as I said, in your local zoo, or if you find yourself in Indonesia, go to the island, but also maybe don't, and just be chill and cool, because you don't want to mess with these land crocodiles. This has been Do You Remember, an ongoing video series where I read an article about something that interests me and then try to remember as much as I can and tell you, and hopefully an entertaining fashion. In the comments section below of this YouTube video, or if you're seeing this on Twitter or something, let me know. A link to an article you think that I should cover here. Try to see if I can remember something, or just a topic you'd like to see me do some research on. So far, I've talked about a rock, not the town that was named after the rock, Boulder, I should say. And I've talked about uh, racism in the Republic of Ireland, vis-a-vis thinking that the Polish word for driver's license was a name of a Polish person. And now I've talked about the Komodo dragon. So, a variety of topics. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you soon.